Hey everyone, it's Varsha from KnowingLUXE. I am doing a video today on the totes and 3 things that you need to know about totes in order to really make a sound decision about what works for you and potentially what may not work for you. For example, I'm not a big fan of totes that are wide open because I make a mess and I'm busy and I don't like to have to think about whether or not things are gonna fall out, not to mention in public places getting stolen. So there are 3 things that I wanna share, and I'm gonna be showing you examples using the stuff that I have. I am filming in my closet for the first time. I just thought that this would be a great place to have a space to talk about all these wonderful things that I love because this is where I store them. I did spend about 15 minutes putting some of these things up to make it look somewhat nice, but the other mess in my closet is just the way it always looks, and so bear with me. This is kind of fun for me, and I just want to see where it is, but I do really love it when other women film in their closets. So here we are, nothing fancy. This is like actually my space where I get dressed. So to start about the totes, there are 3 things. So the first thing is durability. Of course, we want to make sure that the thing can be a workhorse for us, right? Because what are totes for? Toting around things. And then the second piece is, how are you gonna actually be like holding it and wearing it and styling it even? And then the last piece is, what functionality does it have? And so for me, those things are usually work, everyday run around, or travel. And so I'll talk about each one of those things. I've taken out the bags that I think are really useful. So here we go. So the first thing I wanna talk about are these totes that I use for everyday run around. So this is for when you potentially have to do something in the day, like an appointment, go meet with friends, and potentially need to carry like a water bottle and also, you know, papers for something, and maybe even a change of shoes or an extra shawl or a jacket or something like that. You can put them in these huge bags, and I like this one. It's a pop of color. It's by Alvaro Martini, so see how dirty it is because I've used it so much. But these creases are actually in the map pattern that Alvaro Martini is so well known for. It's an Italian company. And so this is one of the ones that I like to wear in the spring and summer as like a pop of color with anything. And what's great about it is because it has just the one handle, it's really easy to get in and out of. And I think that's super useful. I mean, look at how big it is to just be like crook of your arm, go in, get your thing, and nothing's like flopping over. Is this Chanel tote that I found randomly, actually. I think this is like a 15-year-old tote. It is in pristine, amazing condition. It's the zip all around detail, which is super cute, the little keychain. And the reason I like this, again, is because you can wear it on the crook of your arm and get in and out of it very easily. And you can fit a ton. Like I have an organizer in here that doesn't even cover like half of it, but it's just such a comfortable bag. Nothing falls over when you try to reach for it. It has a button on the top, which makes it great for daily use. And again, it's just such a like comfortable place. It sits on your body really comfortably too. And this is so important for totes in general, especially for a daily runaround tote, is because you want to be able to like yank it over and look in and have it fit comfortably between your arm and your waist. Because some totes, you have to actually take them off completely and look into them. And the thing also is that this one in particular with a dark color, what if I'm wearing a shawl or a jacket? Like I just don't want it to get stuck, right? So that's another reason why this one is so useful. The other daily runaround I use, like maybe in the summertime, is this one. I love Balenciaga bags. Please, everyone, get back into the trend of a city bag. These bags are so underrated. It's perfect for crook of the arm. And then I think, oh, I do have the strap on here. It's like the shoulder strap, which is the old design. I don't know if they still make this design anymore, but it is great for, again, that waist level, like here, let me see what's in here and get it out and not have to like do this whole thing. And I love a top handle, right? So if it has both features, that's such a brilliant thing. This one is, because it's the old design, I bought like a strap to go with it. I haven't even used it yet. Like I haven't needed to make it crossbody, because it's one of those sizes that like maybe if I was traveling, I could, you know, make it crossbody for more comfort, but haven't needed to. This is like the perfect everyday kind of tote for running around in town. Now, usually my everyday bag is like a smaller, just compact bag, which I'll do a whole video on that another time. But I think for those days when you're out all day, this is perfect work, because travel has its own whole category for me. Work bags, what do you need for them? You need structure, you need professional vibe, you need maybe a little bit more of a subdued look, though I'm a little extra in most places, so you're not gonna get subdued from me. Except the number one tote, I think, for a working woman or just a professional vibe. Hey, if you made it this far into the video, please take a moment to follow and subscribe. This is a new hobby for me, and it's been a lot of fun. The community is so lovely, so please join me. Prada totes. So they do make leather ones. So I don't go to an office anymore, thank goodness. But I work from home. But if I did ever need to go to something professional, I think I would use this one and the other one I'm about to show you. And what I love about it is it's made out of that nylon. This is not part of the recycled new ones. I bought this maybe 8 years ago or something like that. And you know, it's has hardly any wear. And I do put this on the floor when I'm like traveling and stuff. I put this, you know, I'm pretty rough with it, and there's a little bit of like, maybe I could wipe it down and clean it, but otherwise it's in great shape. Now, I don't love the strap. The strap's a little bit high for me. So when I'm wearing it just like this with a top or maybe a blazer, it works just fine. But when I'm wearing maybe an overcoat, I have to usually carry it like this or really be particular about slinging it over my shoulder. And so that's one catch with these, but they do make them with longer straps. And these are becoming more and more popular now, so I highly, highly recommend them. I think price point wise, they're so much better. Like that older Chanel one was the same price as this brand new. This one has a back pocket, which I love for that quick sort of, I need my phone moment. And then, you know, just again, workhorse bag, has so much stuff in it. This particular one, despite being fabric, is really good at holding its structure because of the quilting, and this material is so popular for a reason. It's so durable. Like these are the kind of bags that I will take to a New York travel trip where you don't really necessarily want to get a bunch of germs on your bag, and you want to be able to come back and actually like wipe it down and make sure that it's going to be protected. Alvaro Martini. Now this could be travel or professional. I use it for both. I love this bag. It is so beautiful. This is such a classic design. I don't know why it's not popular anymore. It was so trendy in like early 2000s, late 90s. I don't know. I bought this in 2008, maybe? I don't remember. I know I was like really young and I had saved up a lot of money, and I bought it in Europe, in Rome, because I was like, I have to find this Italian designer, and hunted down all the stores and finally found it. And you know, it's held up for so many years, like nowhere. I will say that environmentally, this is not friendly. This is made of that polyurethane leather blend. Not a big fan. And I know I'm always speaking to the sustainability in the environment, and this is just not one of those things. So I'm sorry, Earth, but I do love it, and I will say that I intend to keep it forever. And so that's how I'm justifying this. This one is great as far as shoulder length. It's perfect for even over jackets going into it. One thing I will say is I like totes that don't have any compartments, but this one has, you know, a separation in the middle. I don't hate it. It does make for good organization on those days when you're trying to look like you got your act together, but just keep that in mind, you know, whether or not you like compartments for a work bag. Travel. So travel goes into two branches, one of which is the beach travel, where you've got something that you want to wear outdoors, in the sand, by the pool. You're not worried about it getting dirty. So for that, I do have a cloth bag. It's like so far up because I never use it. And instead what I use, and another Alvaro Martini, but this one is a regular leather one. It's been in the sand. It's been drenched before all the way through at a rock climbing situation. And it's huge. And the strap is really long. And so I can get in and out of it really easily. It fits basically all of my stuff and my husband's stuff. And it's just a great sort of like, I have everything I need kind of tote bag. So this is ultimately my beach bag these days. The other one that I bought wasn't closing from the top. And so, you know, all of these bags have either a zipper or at the very least a little top closure. And so even for the beach, it's like you want to be able to zip it up so more sand doesn't get in, and safety, and just like I'm careless. So like my phone's flying out, my earbuds are flying out, all of that stuff gets prevented from a bag like this. Certainly not least is my Balenciaga Velo. Similar to the city bag in its design, but it's slightly more square than rectangle. and it has a much longer crossbody strap. And so for those of you who don't know me, I'm 5'6" and a size 14-16. So you can kind of see the size of the bag is humongous. It has the top handle and it has this length, which I like because this is like that sort of shoulder length slash crossbody length that works really great. I take this on trips to places like New York where it's like I need to look nice but also be like in work mode. I can fit a laptop and a binder and like all of those kinds of things, and keep this on the crook of my arm to look a little bit more polished. And there you have it. These are my totes. These are the things to consider. Oh, one other thing that I wanted to make sure that you knew, besides just the shoulder strap, the way that you hold it like this and all of that, is that when you put it on top of a suitcase, and I actually keep my suitcase here, so I'm just, so the idea is that you can have your tote sit like this and have the other, so I like to grab it by the top handle when I'm rolling it like this, or you can also consider this other shoulder strap being the thing that you use to hold on to it when it's sitting on top of your rolling suitcase. And I think this is like such an important part of actually thinking about a tote bag, because you don't want to get something that's just not going to sit comfortably on your suitcase. Okay, so that's everything. That is the tote bag situation. Think about how you're gonna wear it, how you're gonna use it, and of course, durability. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what your favorite tote bag is, and let me know if you've gotten some good ideas from this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please follow and subscribe.